Judas has agreed to betray Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. It is not worth much, but it is the price that he agrees and is allowing the scribes and Pharisees and the rulers of the day to go and arrest Jesus. As a matter of fact, we can go back to the Old Testament and you can find that if there was an encounter between two people and a slave of another one died, the price for that slave, the price to pay for the life of that slave, guess what? 30 pieces of silver. Judas is agreeing to betray Jesus for the price of a slave in the Old Testament. He doesn't think much of Jesus, does he? Well, he agrees. And so as they are in the garden, Jesus is praying, and off in the distance there is a crowd that is beginning to gather. He sees torches coming toward him. The disciples wake up and they realize something is about to happen. Judas has told the accusers, the ones that are coming to arrest Jesus, Judas has told them that he is going to identify Jesus with a kiss, saying, the one that I kiss is the one that you should arrest. So he does. He comes to Jesus. He kisses him on the cheek. And the people begin to approach Jesus. They say, which of you is Jesus of Nazareth? Even though they've already identified him, they say, which of you is Jesus of Nazareth? And he identifies himself by saying, I am he. That's me. You're looking for me. In this moment, literally the words of his mouth cause people to crumple. It's they fall down in this moment. It is an interesting display of the power that Jesus has, even in his very words. The frantic moment where they're attempting to bind Jesus so that they can arrest him and carry him away. They bind his hands, and then Peter gets upset and he grabs his sword and he cuts off the ear of one of the servants of the high priest, trying to defend Jesus. Jesus stops him, asks for his hands to be unbound, and then reaches down and grabs the ear of that servant and places it back on his head, on the side of his head, healing his ear. There are so many things that happen, and then they rebind Jesus. Listen, if he can heal somebody's ear, then he can break those ropes, right? There's so many things that happen in this moment. It's such a fast-acting scene, but what it shows is that Jesus has seen it all. He has experienced life. Most of us, I would say probably all of us, there's not a person that is watching this that has had the exact same experience that Jesus had in this moment. Being betrayed by a friend, being defended by a friend, being bound, the words of your mouth speaking power. And yet Jesus has gone through all of that. You know what that means? That means that there's nothing in our life that Jesus hasn't already seen. There's nothing in our life that he hasn't already experienced. We can know that Jesus is a Savior who can understand our life and our world, because he has truly seen it all.